All right, welcome to the finals of the first week of 3v3. This is End All Be All here. My opponent today is Tigges from the guild ANZGC. Really good guild and a really good player. His lifetime banners are 290k, which is as good as mine because I think even my lifetime banners are pretty close, 291k. So very successful record in Grand Arena, and a really good player. In fact, even though he doesn't have any GL, the last person that Tigges faced was Phoenix from the Big Chabowski, which is another good guild. And Phoenix had GL Rey, and let's see if we can get this. Yeah. So this is a person that my current opponent Tigges faced last week, and they do have GL Rey, fully Zeta Relic 7, and my opponent Tigges was able to beat this Galactic Legend Rey. So they do know how to handle a Galactic Legend, which means I can't take this opponent too casually. I need to be able to be on my top game, even though I have a Rey. I need to be at my top game and not miss a single battle, because if my opponent manages to double shot or triple shot my Rey, then I'll be in trouble. So I need to be on top of my efficiency game. In terms of defense, what I've done is, I always like to keep my Darth Revan on top with Basti and Malik. I've kept a couple of clone teams over here, Shakti with Echo and Sarge, Echo and Arc, and then I've kept Rex with the fives and C3PO. Typically, a popular team that you see is Rex with fives and Barris. I decided to keep C3PO in there just because translation gives an extra 30% health bump. Plus, C3PO's translation also helps reduce the cooldown on Rex's Annihilate. So that comes more frequently and faster. And that can make this team a little tough to take out as well. Plus, C3PO goes under stealth and you really can't target him. You have to go through fives. It can get pretty nasty if you underestimate that team. And then I've kept my Newt Droidica Nest team, which has been doing pretty well for me in this Grand Arena. Down south, I've kept my Rey with CLS and with Han and Chewie. And the reason I decided to do this was, if my opponent, since he doesn't have a Galactic Legend Rey or Galactic Legend Kylo, there'll be one of two methods that they can use to take down a GL Rey. One method is the method of attrition. That means you keep sending in burner teams, level 1 teams, just to get Rey to use her special to get under 50% health. And then once she's under 50% health and she can't use damage immunity or whirlwind, that's when you send in your main team of JKR, Thrawn, and Gas, and try to fracture her. Even if she ends up using a whirlwind, the other characters decide to go ahead and go, you still have a savior available. So Thrawn fractures, and then with Gas you keep reducing her max health and get her down. So that's one way of doing it with the burner teams and then JKR, Gas, and Thrawn. And the second way of doing it is you first start with CLS, Han, and Chewie and try to get down Finn or Poe. Typically Finn. I think Finn is the more dangerous one. So you get Finn down, Resistance Hero Finn. And then in the second team, you take in JKR, Gas, and Thrawn to then clean up the team. And in both cases, Thrawn is an extremely important part of the counter, just because Thrawn can fracture and put Rey out of action for a long time. So I threw in Han and Chewie in there because it adds an element of risk. Because if you decide to take in Thrawn with either one of these two counters, and Han stuns Thrawn right at the beginning, that's going to throw the whole counter off, and you've got essentially nothing left to take against Rey. Plus, this way, Chewie also gives guard to Rey, which can, avoiding critical hits from a big damage dealer like Gas will make it more tougher to get Rey down. And I've modded Rey for tons of health, about 245k. So that translates to almost 400k, 450k with her bonuses and uniques. So it's going to be tough to take down if you can't critically hit Rey. That's my thinking. I don't know. Maybe a regular team might work against Han and Chewie. I'm not sure, but but that's just what I've gone with this time. Depending on the success of this team, I might decide to reuse it or not in the future. But at least for now, that's the team I have. And then my resistance heroes, I decided to keep under Finn. That is another very legit team because Finn's lead gives tons of offense and defense. 60% offense is nothing nothing to ignore. It's a really serious one. And my Finn and Poe are really modded well with full 60 mods, and my resistance hero Finn is at 342 speed, which can make this team really tricky to take out, especially if the team goes first. Typically, Finn will go first, pass the turn meter over um, to Poe. Both of them will get inspired, and then Poe is going to get regular OG Finn inspired as well, and that means everyone is going to start countering, and it's going to become a really tough team to take out. And then I've also kept my sister team, relic on Night Sister's Spirit, but it's a relatively fast team and relatively tanky, so can prove to be problematic. All right, so that's the front zone over here. I don't anticipate my opponent getting through this zone. I hope they don't. They do know how to defeat a Ray, but in case they do get through it, I have kept. I didn't exactly keep cheese back here, but some teams which might take at least a battle or two to take out if you've exhausted your tough teams. I've kept Maul with Kylo Ren, a defense modded Kylo Ren, which got me a couple of holds last time. Same thing with the Vader team, got me a couple of holds. Um, B2 with Magna under Dooku, and then I've kept the Vets, relic Vets under Poe, which could get tricky as well, since Poe is pretty fast, 290 something, and anyone who gets damaged or killed in this team, the other Vet is going to end up doing tons of damage. And then over here, of course, I've kept my Malevolence. So that's my defense this time. Let's go into my opponent's defense. And as expected, my opponent has kept a relatively lighter defense given that they are saving most of their offense for taking down my Ray. And if they've seen my Grand Arena history, they know that I like to keep a tougher defense. So that might be another reason why they've gone relatively light on defense at the top at least. Just a few G12 teams, except for the Relict Phasma team. I think my opponent is going for SLKR. And down south, they've got two tough teams, I would say. The Grievous team, Relic 7. I'll probably take my JKR against that. And then a Relic Night Sister team as well. There's no zombie, but Daka can revive, and Daka is tanky. And Talzin's AoE is going to hit really hard, the Plague. And then a Bounty Hunter team. So I'm going to go and try to take these teams out first. Let's go with the General Grievous squad. And I'm going to go in with my Jedi Knight Revan with Jolie. Hopefully this should do the job. I'm going to pass the turn meter to Yoda so that he can get some stealth and spread some buffs around. And let's keep going over here. Oh, that was this guy died pretty fast. I don't know how he was modded, but that was a pretty quick kill. So I'll have to just wait for Mark to come around and then take care of a Grievous. There we go. Okay, Grievous is here. Let's keep working on him. Reduce his turn meter. Let's pass this over to him. Let's do that and spread some buffs around. And let's keep going at him. Almost. It's going to go now. Savior hasn't been triggered yet. But let's mark him again. My Yoda is modded for tons of offense, so that I think really helps. Let's pass this to him and heal him up a little bit. Let's pass it back to him and call him again. And I think let's finish it off. Okay, a couple of them lost protection. I'm not worried about protection over here in this game because as long as I clear and one-shot everything, I think I should win. There shouldn't be a problem. Against the Talzin team, I wanted to take my crew with Watt in there, but the Talzin has got tons of offense and modded for offense as well, and is Relic 5. So 11,000 special damage. So my Fox is not relict, is only G12. So he's probably going to get taken out by the plague. So I decided to go in with my Wampa instead of the Fox. Crew to keep the taunt on, and plague really doesn't do anything to crew. So he should be fine. And then Wampa to basically snipe the sisters with the weapon tech around him. So let's go in with this one. I always err on the side of overkilling, especially in the front zone in the bottom. So let's give this to crew, and let's give weapon tech to Wampa. They're going to go next. And I'm going to stun Talzin. Let's do this. And let's just do a basic. We don't really... Basic applies dots, right? Inflict damage over time twice. Yeah. So I'm going to... So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to apply dots since Wampa really benefits from dots. His counter chance increases and his healing also increases. And then I'm going to just do this. Right. Yeah. Excellent. And I am going to probably just get rid of old Daka, since she's the only one who can revive. Let's do some dots over here. Okay, it looks like Plague is about to go out. Wasn't able to get... okay, that's fine. I think I probably might not end with full banners over here. Alright, let's just stun her. And let's do a roar. And yep, I think I might just end with full banners. I think everyone just managed to heal up. Okay, so that takes care of this team. Might have been a little bit of overkill, but I don't mess around with Relic Sisters. If you're able to get them down in one shot, then that's the best. Against this team, I'll probably take in my JTR squad. Now, I take in JTR with BB8 and R2, but I've been trying to experiment with T3 M4 in there just to see if T3 M4 is a better fit, and then that allows me to take R2 with my CLS. Especially because in 3v3 I don't like to keep Han and Chewie under CLS. I try to go with alternate leaders like Kira or Stormtrooper Han, or in this case Rey today. But I want to make a T3 work with BB8 and Jedi Training Rey. So let me see if this is any different. Last time I lost T3. I'm going to push back some turn meter over here. And push back some more turn meter over here by doing this, and that got rid of Django. So I'm going to just completely get rid of Django right now. And let me go after Zam and finish her off. And let's drop the turn meter over here, and let me heal up myself. That is T3. Yeah, the damage really gets boosted up by these guys, as the presence of T3M4 really means that BB8 hits extremely hard. Every turn he takes, look at that, it's 35k. So extremely huge boosted damage that he gets. So it works out this time, at least against B teams. I think it's fine. Last time I took it against highly Relic 7, Kylo and crew, which is why it failed, I think. Let's see what's at the back. We have clones, which is good to see. That's going to be interesting. We've got Geos, and we've got a few rebels and bounty hunters. Damn, I wish I'd kept my Wampa for the rebel team. It's always fun to run Wampa solo against these guys. Alright, I'm going to plan out my offensive attack, and then we're going to come back and clear the zone. I don't think we're going to have a problem one-shotting the the board, I have more than enough offense with me. I just need to take the right teams against the right defense. All right, I'll catch you shortly. All right, I think what I'm going to do is clear the top zone first, do ships, and then see what I want to take down south, because there are a couple of tricky teams over here, the Geos and the clones. So let's clear the top first. So what do I want to do over here? Against the Karth team, let me try my CLS with R2D2 and Stormtrooper Han. These guys don't have a dispel, so Stormtrooper Han's taunt should remain. And we've got stuns with Luke and R2D2 and tons of turn meter generation. So I think this will do the job. Let's see. I should be faster. I'm going to apply a buff immunity over here, which didn't land. Let's do this and taunt. Let's try to take him out. And the fact that there's stealth over here means that the countering won't happen. All right, let's do this and let's finish off Karth. And then let's keep working on Zalbar. And at the same time, since he can ignore taunt, we can target mission whenever we want. And the good thing is, even when Stormtrooper Hunt doesn't have taunt, like right now, stealth means that the targeting is going to be on Han at all times. So that's something which is pretty good. Now I won't be able to recover any protection on R2 with the AoE, but Han will be able to recover protection. So we end with 53. Alright, so that was simple enough and allows me to use Han and Chewie elsewhere. Against, let's see, what else do we have? Against the sisters, I'll probably just, yeah, it's a Relic Asajj, I think. Relic 6. The Acolyte is weak, but, I'm wondering what I should take there. Maybe let me do the Geo battle against the Newt Dooku Droideka team. That seems to be a straightforward decision. I'm going to take Spy and Soldier in there with the Brood Alpha. They're going to go first, and he's going to give stealth to everyone, which I never really understood. You should ideally have someone in the open out there. So now I'm going to dispel it, dispel everything, and who should I attack? Let's go with Droideka. Let's try to take Droideka down. Not yet. Let's call in Spy. Okay, so Droideka is down. There's going to be some of this on the board, but what we're going to do is we're going to use this ability and try to dispel as much as we can. All right, let's get down Dooku with one big hit from Spy. Not going to end with full health and full protection, but Geos will do the job. I always love Geos against Newt, because I can use the the ability, the extortion profitability that these guys have to do all the damage that I can. Okay, let's heal up now. All right, there we go, and this should do the job. Okay, 51. So that team is taken care of. Let's what else do we have down south? We've got plenty for offense. I think the toughest team is just going to be the clone team. All right, Geos, we have a Padme for that, and maybe I'll use some variation of gas on the clone team. So I think I'm going to just go and use my bounty hunters against this the Asajj team. We do have AoEs over here. There's no cleanse or dispel, but we do have AoEs. which should be able to take care of Acolyte under stealth. Um, Alright, let's just take this in. Might be overkill, but that's fine. Let's see if we can't just get rid of Acolyte right there so we don't have to bother about stealth. And because we got rid of her with Django, it really wasn't much of an issue. There was no danger of her coming back. Alright, can we get rid of her now? Not yet. Okay, let's wait for one more. Yeah, let's just get rid of her now. Okay, that was actually pretty simple. Yeah, overkill, but I don't mind that. Now for this one, it's relict, but Phasma lead really doesn't have anything any healing over there. So I was thinking of actually taking my 1000 team over there with a lot of stuns and all of that and plague. None of these guys have any healing, so I think those guys should be able to get the job done. Not great for banners, but as long as you spread the plague around, these guys will get killed pretty fast. The good thing is deaths under 1000 never really matter because these guys can come back very easily. Stun, yeah, we're getting a few stuns. Let's see if we can land a stun here. All right, let's just take this guy out and get Talia back and get everyone at full health. Not yet. Okay, so we can't get Talia down now. Okay, let's get her back and finish her off. All right, 52, I think, 51. Right, everyone was at full health. Okay, let's see what ships we have. Finish the ships and then we can go down south. We have the rebel ship Admiral Akbar's, and it's a G12 crew on the Biston, 151, which is a pretty fast speed. I think he's got his Biston Weld relic as well. 6E mods, yeah, not relic, but yeah, the mods are pretty damn decent. So this team is going to be a handful. Yeah, it's surprising giving 6E mods to Biston, but I don't think it should be a problem for my Galactic Republic team. Hope not. Let's get the battle done, see how we do. I'm going to take in my regular squad over here. What else do I have? I'm going to go in with the full squad. I'm not going to fool around. Maybe I'll take these guys to dispel. Okay, let's take this in. I think it should get the job done. Biston is fast, really fast, but let's try to get him down early. There you go, look at that. Tremendous amount of damage. Let's get a... Alright, now this should get rid of Biston. Not yet. So that's the advantage of a tough Biston like that. Okay, this should get rid of Biggs. Biston has healed up, but we should I'm going to get in my Plo Koon to heal everyone up and pass the taunt back to this guy. And let's get rid of Biston right now. Okay, let's give this to Annie so that he gets some offense up. And let's try to focus down on Biston. It's creating a lot of problems. Anytime target lock is applied, Biston gives tons of turn meter. Okay, let's get rid of that. Alright, let's taunt again. Okay, let's who do we want to get in? Let's get an Ahsoka. And take care of that guy. Tons of protection recovery with these guys. Alright, this should hopefully take care of it with the assists. Alright, let's keep working on him. There's a heal. Ooh, managed to get rid of one of my ships. Okay, 61. Not the best, but it's one shot. Alright, now we just have the team below to take care of. Let me give it a little more thought and maybe give it a few hours. Wait for my opponent to make a move before I tackle the bottom zone. Alright, catch you guys in a bit. Alright, we are back and my opponent has had a chance to attack. Only 3 hours left, but they did attempt my Rey. I believe they used the burner team method where they took in, I think, 4 battles, the first 4 battles to get my Rey under 50% health, and then they took their own DR against it. Probably DR, Basti, and Malik. That team wasn't able to get the job done. And then they took in their JKR, Gas, and Thrawn as a second attempt, the sixth attempt, and that wasn't able to get this done as well. So that team held on and did not fall, as well as my Resistance Hero team under Finn. The 60% defense and offense boost is extremely great, and that team, I have my Finn modded extremely fast. So in these situations where the Finn is extremely well modded and fast, the team can get extremely tough to take out. You need a tier 1 meta team for that. So in the future also, I think I might just do that. I might just keep my Rey with a couple of other characters, and I'll vary that up, and I'll keep Finn with the Resistance Heroes, because that definitely requires a really tough team to take out. At the top, they one-shot all of my teams. Well, they did struggle against my DR. I think only Malik was left a little bit towards the end. They cleaned it up. And then the Nest team under Newt performed really well again. Nest is again the high tenacity, low speed Nest version. So the Clones team didn't really do anything much, but they might have taken good teams against that. One shot Malevolence as well. So their final score is 1659. My opponent did reach out to me on chat as well, and told we chatted a little bit about what they used and all that. So the battle is won, so I can go ahead and do some testing on these last few ones. I don't really need to clear these to win, but these teams are simple enough, and I still have my gas, so I think I'll go ahead and do some testing and clear this last zone, and then we can call this the first week a wrap. Now the toughest team over here is the Rex clone team. Ideally, if I had my crew and Watt in there, I would have used that, because the main danger over here is Rex's aerial advantage and Annihilate, and crew and Kylo, they are the only ones who can basically survive that. I think Malik as well. I don't have any of those characters on offense, obviously, but I can probably take my gas with snips in there. Obviously, the main thing is going to be to get fives down, and it's very tanky, defense-oriented fives with 100k protection. Good thing is Gas, with all his counters, ignores defense on his basic, so I'm hoping that fives is able to get down fast. And Rex's aerial advantage, it won't do any damage on Skywalker as long as he is taunting and Ahsoka is behind him. But my hope is that you know with his basic ability, Sky's well, or rather, every time that he goes during his turn, General Skywalker is able to reduce the enemy turn meter by 1. So I'm hoping that that happens with Rex. Let's just take in Sky and Ahsoka and see if we're able to get it done. I don't have any other 501st, otherwise I would have taken them as well. Yeah, nobody else is left, only these guys. Everyone else is on defense. So let's see. First priority will be to get gas down, and you can see get fives down, and you can see over here fives is getting tons of damage done because Gas's ability ignores defense. So fives is down, and let's see if we can't get rid of this guy. All right, that was simple enough. Went much smoother than what I expected. So that was the main team, the main danger done. Now against the Geos, I'll probably take in my Treya, Scion, and Admiral Thrawn. The Brute is faster than my Treya, so I want to be able to get the fracture in place before, which is why I want to pass the turn meter over to Treya and get the isolate up. And these guys, of course, are going to go after Thrawn. But I should be able to fracture. Let's see, let's fracture Brood Alpha. And let's do this. Get Pain out so that we take some heat off from Thrawn. And go after Spy. Land a big hit. Let's stun Spy. Keep working on him. Okay, held by hatred. That's the main thing. Now, even if Thrawn goes, it really doesn't matter. Let's pass it back to him. Okay, Spy is gone. That's the main danger gone. Now I think it should be pretty easy to clean this up. Yeah, let's just go with this guy. Fracture him. And work him down. Maybe we just target Soldier. There we go, almost done. Let's pass this back to him. Let's get a big hit. And there we go, 51 banners. Alright, now we have two teams left. And we can do some testing over here. I think I've got more than enough. I want to try a few interesting teams, maybe my bounty hunters with Mando, my B grade mod bounty hunters with Mando. I want to try that against maybe the boss team, and we can try something interesting against this team as well. So let's think about that. So one team that I've always wanted to try out is since Mando is the very first light side bounty hunter. He does count as a light side scoundrel, so I'm trying to see if Vandor will be able to revive him. So I'm trying to. This is a team that I plan to test out. Probably will lose, but it'll be interesting. This is the best time to do testing like this. There's Mando, Vandor, Chewbacca, and L3. L3 is going to be taunting. Vandor will be able to revive both L3 as well as Mandalorian, and then Mando, since he's in the lead, he should be able to get his contract out and start annihilating people. So that's the goal. Let's see if we can get this job done against this guy. Okay, they dispelled, so I can attack anyone over here. How does he get his contract, his payout? It's I believe while buffed, score critical hits. So he's buffed because he's got bounty hunters resolve, so I need to score a critical hit. Wow, his damage is really low. Okay, let's do this and start taunting again. Oh my. Yeah, I forgot that Boba can go around taunt, and his execute is not going to revive anyone. Okay, so this team is probably a failure. I don't think I'll be able to. I've got enough damage to do anything against this. Yeah, I think maybe if my Mando right now is only 3-star gear 11, and maybe against teams which can't ignore taunt, this might be a decent option. But or maybe I need to take him against with other bounty hunters like Bosk or maybe Aura Singh, because Aura Singh can her lead is probably one of the easiest for bounty hunters to get their payout, and it gives stealth as well to all attackers, which includes Mando. So maybe Aura Singh lead, Mandalorian, and then Bosk. That might actually be a really good combo, which I think I might try. I think my auto sync also is gear 8, gear 9. Not very healthy, but I think what I might do is I might gear her up a little bit more and use her as a 3v3 lead with Mando to basically hide him and then to give him his contract fast and keep Bosk as a backup bounty hunter. So that probably might be my plan for that one. All right, what else do we want to take against this? I want to try something else. So I've got both my Padme team and my Grievous squad to take out these two teams, but I want to see what else can cause some damage. Maybe I'll take. I want to see if my prepared squad can do the job because I've been using these guys for a while, but I've been keeping them on defense, not on offense. Um, let's see if without a tank, just these three are able to get the job done. I want to call Han so that he gets prepared and starts assisting. Nah, we need Vandor in there to revive these guys and at least a tank like L3. Otherwise, these guys don't have enough DPS. Yeah, yeah, these guys also are quite disappointing on offense. Maybe against the other team, these guys might have done a decent job, but nah, not really that great. Okay, can I come out? No. Okay, I preloaded that team. That's fine. Um, let's uh, let's just finish that off with let's see, who do we have? We've got Padme. We've got maybe we try this team. Yeah, this looks interesting. I'll try this. Basically, try to give tons of damage to this one so that she starts one-shotting people. Okay, let's see how much damage she's able to do with this one. Even she gets taken out pretty easily. Okay, at least we dispelled. Let's come on, man. Come on, give me a turn. Not yet. Nope. And he got his bounty hunters resolved back. So yeah, you need a tank basically to take care of that guy. Okay, I think I'll probably take in my regular squad to clean this up. All right, so I'm gonna take in, let's see, Padme. Yeah, let's just go in with these guys, clean it up, and then we'll do a little more testing on the other team. I want to try out some of my other B teams because that's the best chance that you get to try this stuff out. Okay, let's get some retribution up. Let's get Bosk down. Okay, now let's go after Boba. All right, this is the team done. Now let's do a little bit more testing against the other team, and then we should be done. So against this team, I think I might take in, let's see, I have my Grievous, but I might take in my, what else do I have? I've got Rose Tico. Should I take this team in? Let's try this out. There is tons of damage over here. There's no leader, but we do have some days over here which might be effective. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of Jin first. This is a G12 squad. But I think I should be able to take care of these guys pretty well. Well, the relics on the resistance team does come in handy. Look at that. Rose is hitting extremely hard. 8k. Not that great. Alright, let's keep going over here. These guys are very tanky. Although Rose is supposed to be stunning with her ability, and she's not doing that. Alright, let's keep going over there and get base down first. They should do it. Alright. Let's apply some days and just keep going for him. There we go. Okay, 51 banners. So, how much did we end up with? I wish I could get more testing done in a sandbox mode. That's what really interests me. And unfortunately, there's not much opportunity for us to test these characters, especially some of the newer characters. I've got Grief, Mando, and all these guys at Gear 8, Gear 9, and I really want to test them out against some teams, but I just don't have the opportunity to do that. Alright, so I ended with 2431. I won this round. We have exactly 2 days to go before we start the next week. So join me again in a couple of days when we have a next set of opponents. Hopefully I get to face a Galactic Legend Rey myself, and then you guys will get to see me struggle a little bit on that as well. But all right, until then, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.